want me to talk about this? So to be clear, based on the report, and I got no reason to doubt it, you can see it says here that there's been upheaval in Fnatic, and after the shuffle that took place with Godsent, there was some stuff that was sort of carried over. And obviously, we just saw Fnatic fucking win IEM Katowice. Thanks very much for the sub. Sop, prove it. In spite of this recent result, it seems that not everything was perfect within the team. Therefore, according to information, a change is planned in the Swedish team. Michael Golden Salim, the least experienced player and leader at the top level, is the one who will be out of the starting lineup despite having demonstrated a good individual level. The problem would seem to concern an aspect outside the game. Players, man. I swear to God, players. So, they're bringing in Exist to replace... I don't even know where to begin on this, guys. Like, this is so... this is so fucking insane. Like, it's beyond stupid, guys. So let me just give you the a little revision here of history. That when Fnatic were in the fucking doldrums doing absolutely nothing, they brought in Golden from their academy side to be their in-game leader. And JW and Flusher and Crims, they all did interviews at the time where people were saying, thanks very much, one of many Jacks, 9 months in a row. You're going to be coming up on that Big 12 soon, brother. They all did interviews during E-League, everything, all saying, look, we know he's like the academy in-game leader, but trust us, we trust him. He is going to be the in-game leader. We're going to listen to him. We're going to give him all the respect he deserves, and he's going to, tell us what to do. Now, if you remember, that E-League season, Golden's flight got delayed because of weather conditions in Sweden, and he got straight off a plane and went straight through Atlanta traffic, straight onto a server, like from a, transatlantic flight, and played, and they won their game. Right? So the guy bled for the fucking cause. Now, sure, Fnatic had certainly had some ups and downs, but does anyone here believe for a second that this Fnatic doesn't look better than it did before Golden took over? Does anyone believe that? Because I sure as shit don't believe that. So, for my money... Right? And I know a lot of people say, oh, Richard, you don't understand the game. You don't know shit. You don't know anything about tactics. They definitely look better. They had a much more structured approach. Now, what happened during this time also was Crims started playing absolutely godlike again. Flusher is always going to be Flusher. He's always going to be a useful player. He's always going to be a clutch player. JW, I love Jesper. Like, straight up. He is, I consider him a friend. Fuck it, I'll say it. But he's been well below his level for like how long? Never even is it ever articulated that he might be kicked and not play with this core lineup. Never. And so he hasn't been pulling his weight. Lekro came in, was a revelation. There was question marks, but worth his weight in gold. So this team starts playing really well. They all get good spikes in form. And that, yeah, sure, at the previous event, they had one of their worst ever finishes. What a way to bounce back. That shows leadership. That shows togetherness. That shows cohesion. You got an IEM Katowice, and the teams they beat there, it's a hell of a run. And you beat FaZe in a final in a best of 5. And you're like, yeah, we're here. Fnatic's back, baby. It's all good. Why the fuck would you drop an in-game leader that has just guided you to your first major trophy in like fuck knows how long? It's not like he even played bad that tournament by IGL standards. And then Right, okay, so let's say Golden is a problem. I don't know what this shit outside the server is. It better be serious. He better be tapping someone's fucking girlfriend or something. Like, straight up. I can think of no reason to drop your captain, who's just guided you to a trophy when you've been a bunch of washed-up motherfuckers winning nothing except cash, just cashing a paycheck. Like, and he's played an integral part in your fucking revival. And these guys get together and backstab him out and then replace him with, I'm going to say it, a guy who isn't an in-game leader. I'm sorry, Richard. Again, I love you, brother, but you are not an in-game leader. Like, not by any stretch of the imagination. You do map vetoes for your team, and you do them poorly, and have always historically done them poorly. The only time NIP looked like a good tactical team was when Threat was doing all your playbook. And Exist's lack of ability in that area has been one of NIP's major stumbling blocks for years, for ages. So the replacement doesn't even make sense. Exist, the player, is better than Golden, the player. But who in-game leads now? Well, it's going to be Exist, isn't it? It's just so... Wow. Like, it's just so fucking dumb. And this is what I mean sometimes about players being their own worst enemy. They'll say shit like, oh, Richard, you don't know what was going on behind the scenes. Right? And it's going to be something trivial. I'll tell you. Fuck, what team is it now? I can't remember. Oh, I won't name it anyway. I do remember, but I won't name it because it's not fair. But there was a team that literally made a roster change because they were bickering about who was doing the most washing up in the team house. And then it came to a head during a game. They'd been queuing up for a scrim and waiting. And then as soon as the scrim started, one of the players said, oh, pause, I need to go to the toilet. And the other player went, well, why couldn't you have gone before? Why couldn't you have gone before? Why we had all that time waiting for the scrim to start. Why? And they went, well, I didn't need to go before. And he went, well, how's that possible? How can you need to go now? And these two players had a massive argument over who, like, whether or not this person should have gone to the toilet or not. And they literally made a roster swap because of that. That's true. That's a true story. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, players, guys, sometimes, you gotta love them, but they will fuck themselves up in ways that you can't believe. So, like, let me tell you here, like, this is a skill upgrade, but I don't think they needed a skill upgrade. You've already got Crims, who in 2018 is one of the best players in the world again, like a top 10 player, easily. You've got Lekro, who will win you pistol rounds single-handedly. You've got Flusher, who is good to clutch 3 or 4 1vX rounds a map. And JW just has to turn up and not be bad. But what you do need is tactical cohesion and a system for each map in a what is now a pretty competitive landscape. And people are saying it's not that much of a skill upgrade. I know Exist played horribly towards the end of his NIP tenure. Trust me, Exist is a much better player than Golden, just skill for skill, like clicking heads. Like, no doubt. It's definitely, like, trust me, guys, it's definitely a skill upgrade. But this is just a horrific move. I'm so, like, my heart bleeds for Golden. Like, what have you got to do? Like, let me tell you, never even bother doing well in esports. Like, just never bother. Because what is the point? Right? What is the point in, like, any vague form of meritocracy? If you can put the hours in, work your way up through the academy side, work your way into the first team, guide them to winning a trophy, their first in ages, and you are immediately dropped the next day because some player who's been on a downward trajectory in his career is suddenly available. What is the point? Like, what is the fucking point of getting out of bed? You know what I mean? Like, I would be so angry. And as Max says in the chat, Fnatic are in WESG fighting off fucking giant kung fu cockroaches, and they gotta play with him. Fuck that. I'd piece the fuck out. Like, he won't, because he's too professional, but I'd be like, listen, guys, y'all done that, have you? Like, I'll tell you another thing as well. Like, people know this story, but it was like when the last French Revolution happened, and oh fuck, I can't remember which people were involved. But anyway, the two French teams, like, I think like Envious and whatever, like, it mixed up, and it was like they walked in while they were all having drinks. The new team. It was like I think it happened in Serbia at that like World Championship thing. They're like the players that had been cut like walked in like, hey guys, and they were all drinking with the new recruits. It's like, so who even knows? Like, yeah, that was back with Shocks and Apex and all that. It was so insane. So just imagine this, right? Like, imagine if they haven't even told Golden yet. Because sometimes players find out because of these reports. So, like, you're like, hey, we just won our tournament. Let's make it 2. Let's go to China. Maybe Golden's in a hotel right now. Like, oh, it doesn't matter that there's mold everywhere. It doesn't matter that there's cockroaches everywhere. It's all right. $800,000 up for fucking grabs. We're feeling good. We're gonna, and then it's like, oh, well, I'll just go on the internet and try and ignore my shit hotel room. And I'm dropped. And I'm fucking dropped. Can you fucking imagine that? Like, wow. It is so fucking crazy. This, for me, is one of the, like, least likely roster swaps I've seen in 2018. Like, I mean, this is another thing. Like, why not do it this way? Like, if you've got any doubts about Golden long term, attitude-wise, personality-wise, aptitude-wise, why not sign Exist? He's in free agency. Why not sign him and put him on the bench? And just be like, anyone who plays bad now can be replaced. Ooh. Why not do that? Like, why not do that? Like I say, I feel so sorry for Golden. I'll tell Doug, if Golden wants to come on the podcast and tell me what the fuck's up, I'm in. I'll do that. I'll extend that invitation. Like, Golden, come on, man. I'll give you a platform. Tell your fucking story, dude. Because there is no, like, there is no way on the surface of it he should have been cut. So he must have done something fucked up. And if he has done something fucked up, it's going to get out. So you may as well cop to it now. You may, oh, yeah, well, all right, here's the thing. You know? How trustworthy is this report? Put it this way. Me and Nell, we've had our differences because he's from the Vacom squad. But we buried the hatchet in, a couple of years ago. When he started this blog and said, because the Vacom guys were another bunch of guys who were all threatening me and all this shit. Like, just, to keep it consistent throughout my career. But Nell he does great work. Like, he's like the French DK. I don't think he's ever got it wrong. So, I trust Nell 100%. Yeah, Lex Neville says someone must have drank some of the water from WESG, the Flint, Michigan special, and fucking started tripping. I don't know, man. I mean, again, sure, you can look at it as a pundit and not know everything, but, like, just unless he's done something behaviorally unacceptable, there is no justification for this move whatsoever. So, let me just check what they say on HLTV about it. Yeah, HLTV haven't updated their report at all. Like, there's no new information in it. So, I wonder what the Reddit reaction's been like. So, let's check it out. Let's have a look at some of these comments. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the Reddit summary. The great minds of Reddit. Let's see what they got to say about it all. Oh my god, I feel so bad for Golden. Why would they do this now? Why not in a couple of months? If results go south, I hope they regret this. I really do. Might be internal issues, only logical reason. Yikes. I hate that word, by the way. I fucking hate yikes. This is how you spot if somebody's like just a fucking loser. They see like a word that's being used on the internet and it's popular, and then they immediately adopt it into their lexicon and start using it. I fucking hate it. It's like, yeah, okay, a bunch of fucking idiots on Reddit start going, yikes, yikes, spaced out yikes, yikes, that's a yikes for me, all of this. And then people just, like, words that have been out of, like, popular usage come back just because, like, I saw it on Reddit. Like, this is how linguistic echo chambers. Like, fucking, that's a yikes for me. Like, fuck off. No. Smiley mouth, upside downy, frowny mouth. This has the potential to be the dumbest roster move ever. I think this guy's really overselling it. Like, it might not be the dumbest. Like, it's just not warranted on paper. Like, it's definitely not that dumb. Okay. This guy with an NIP flair says, is it really, in answer to the perfect time to see how far the roster can go, which is like my philosophy, my gut feeling. He says, is it really? Or is it just another team where everything clicked for one event, they all played at an insane level, and it's probably not reasonable to expect them to replicate their tournament-winning form? Virtus.pro almost winning Epicenter didn't mean the team was in a good state. Gambit winning the Krakow Major didn't mean the team was in a good state. G2 winning Malmo didn't mean the team was in a good state. NIP winning Oakland didn't mean the team was in a good state. Cloud9 winning the Boston Major didn't mean the team is a constant top 3 team and championship contender. I mean, these arguments sort of make sense. Like, we do see a lot of, like, one tournament wonders in CS, like, way more than almost any other esport. But they, like, here's the thing. Like, they were here. They started climbing. They got up to here. They had that, like, ridiculous Star Ladder event where they went 0-3. But then they bounced back by winning it. So, like, now they're up here. So, generally, the curve is up. Just the only aberration on the upward trajectory is that all-time terrible result. Generally, they were at rock bottom, if you remember the results they were getting. Like, just in case you don't, I'll go to Liquipedia, a fantastic resource that really needs to be funded and supported by the Counter-Strike community, whoever runs it. I don't care about that. It's an invaluable resource tool. I hope it never goes away. But like, let's just have a look at their results in tournaments, and you can see for yourself. Like, you'll notice just from the colors, because they're good like that. It's all color coded. Tournaments. Here we go. Right. So here it is. Right. You're going to see this immediately. So anybody who thinks, right? Does anyone in the chat? Okay, because I'm going to be able to demonstrate it with, like, really simple use of colors and shapes. You're going to love this. It's like Sesame Street for Counter-Strike, guys. So, does anyone in the chat think Fnatic were not on an upward trajectory since Golden joined? Anyone in the chat think that? No one thinks that. No one thinks. I didn't think so. But I just want to see if there's anyone bold enough to, like, throw that gambit up. Okay, there's some cappers, right? No one really thinks it, did he? So let me tell you. Golden joined in August 2017. Right? So let me show you where they were prior to that. Okay? This is just tournament finishes. So forget, like, matches and all that stuff. Okay, so he joined in August. August 08. Here they are in, this was like their last good result, actually. So in June, they had the second place at the DreamHack Open Summer. But then look, 7th to 8th, 9th to 11th at ESL One Cologne, only 5th to 8th in Krakow, right? 9th, and then here it is. So after that, after the major, there's a gap in the timeline. They brought in Golden. And look, see, it starts out pretty rough. Didn't go well in Malmo. Didn't go well in that qualifier for Epicenter. Didn't go that well at Oakland qualifier. But then, right, E-League, tough field. And then bang, they get in the WESG, which we're talking about now. They win the European Pro League season. They win the ECS European season 4. They finish 4th at the WESG European finals. They go 3rd to 4th in the Season 6 Pro League finals. They go 3rd to 4th in overall ECS. They have that little, you know, retention of legend status where they had a tough time in Boston, and then they come out, they win that, and then obviously they go to Star Ladder, which was terrible, and then they win IEM Katowice. So that since he joined, sure, like not all curves are a straight line, but it's inarguably an upward curve. It's an uptick. The Star Ladder thing is terrible, but everything else is way better than what they were doing before it. Dark blue, dark blue. You know, you have to go right the way back to the start of the year to when they were like sort of vaguely competitive. And then after that, they're back. Yeah, not all curves are a straight line. That's a retarded thing to say. But you know what I mean. It's like not all improvement goes like that. It goes, you know, it's all over the shop. So it's just so can't even believe I fucking said that myself, honestly. But it's so ridiculous. Like, it's just so ridiculous. That can't be real. That can't be a real thing that's really happened in real life. Yeah, not all curves are upward. No, that's not what I mean either. So, right, can I eat some of my fucking broccoli now? Oh, this will be good as well. That's like, look at the Exist era. Results for Exist as an in-game leader, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of fucking blue. Now look at this. This is with a stable roster of player he's known for years. And when they've made changes, it's like to the best available young Swedish talent. And just barely any changes. They just flat, dull, win the occasional smaller tournament. Like, Oakland is their biggest trophy since they last won Oakland. Like, this guy is not like the mastermind. It's so fucking crazy. Yo, and you go, oh, but they won Valencia there, Rich. Yeah, let's have a look at that, shall we? Who are these guys? who are these teams? Red Reserve. All right. And we all remember this tournament. Because if I remember rightly, wasn't it the one where Kusta fucked up that defuse and cost them the game? CLG, which is Omega Lull, Envious, First Gen Heroic, the Misfits, NRG, and the local lads of KPI Gaming. Well, don't worry, dudes. That's a hell of a... That's a trophy right there, isn't it? That's a trophy right there. Like you had to beat Red Reserve in the final. All right, well, yep. You don't like Omega Lull? I like Omega Lull. I support that meme. Like, I can't believe it. Like, you know, I just... Golden, dude. That is some fucking cold gangster shit, my friend. You hate... Right, all the Omega Lull haters, get the fuck out of my face. Or I'm going to fucking be popping you like I'm popping Diz. Omega Lull for life. Omega Lull's okay. I like it. And of course, because of the terms of service, I have to express that that is, of course, just a joke. It's obviously a reference to the hunting game that I've been playing on stream. So, like, oh Lord. So hang on, they actually cut him and then took him to China. Is that real? Let's have a look. Like, yeah, they legit did. That is fucking so... I can't believe it, guys. I cannot fucking believe it. Like, just, yep. Gotta play Cloud9 probably as well. Have a good time in China, Golden. Have a good time, brother. Fuck me. I can't wait to get Duncan's opinion on this. BTN on Tuesday is going to be fucking lit. He's going to be fresh back from Vietnam, all miserable and shit because his holiday's over. And he's going to tear everyone a new asshole. It's going to be fucked up. Where does Golden go? I mean, you know the answer to that question, don't you? Unfortunately. Right, hang on. Let me prepare this for you. You know where he ends up. You know, where do all where do all the Swedish fucking rejects go after they've been rejected by the NIPs and the Fanatics? Where do they go, guys? You know where they go. You know where they go. You know where they go. Right, let me time this. This is a lot of build up for not a lot of laughs, but fuck it. That's where you end up. That's where you end up. It's sad as fuck, isn't it? Like, fucking unreal. Look at this. Do you remember when everyone on the Twist, by the way? Oh, brother, please stop it. You're killing me. This guy is so fucking talented. He could, like, I don't know what's wrong with him.
He's a taser!
Oi!
Right, you've been tasered, okay?
That was totally unnecessary.
Right?
We totally...
Your bow and arrow aim is potato.
Cheers for the donation, Kev. Good to see you. Listen, the only way you can make this fucking logo accurate now is if there's just a fucking single tear running out of that eye. Because the shit the Godsent organization has seen and somehow survived through is insane. They're still trying to sell this organization. Tellingly, no fucker has bought it yet. I'm going to go to a fucking car boot sale, and there's going to be some guy from Refresh, with that patchy Valmorphanized beard from fucking Team America, saying, "Oh, do you want to buy an AUG? Please, please." So anyway, Twist is so fucking talented. He shouldn't be on this fucking roster. Full fucking stop. He should be playing for a top team. Can you imagine Thorin owning Godsent? Christ, that would be unreal. Right? But you remember when Disco Doppler had that trial at NIP, and everyone at NIP said he's great, and then he went to Fnatic, and everyone at Fnatic said he was great, and never heard about him again, did we? Do you know why? He's at Godsent. Do you remember when Freddie B was in it? Ah, yeah, you remember Freddie B from Epsilon? Yeah, he was sick when he Freddie fucking B. Yeah, sounds like a hip-hop guy. Nah, you're just obsessed with Freddie Gibbs, Richard. Well, anyway, he sounds pretty good. I remember, I've seen the clips, he does some sick shit. Yeah, Freddie B's good. Freddie B.
He's a taser!
Oi!
Right, you've been tasered, okay?
That was totally unnecessary.
Right?
We totally...
Yikes, Richard Omega Lul.
Thank you. Thanks for the donation and the memes. Hampus, no, please. Please. Right? But okay, Hampus was yeah. And then Brolin. What has happened here? Just what happened? What happened to Godsent? Thanks for the sub, Badthony. I appreciate it anyway. I see all. Obviously, if you want a paycheck and you straight don't give a fuck, you go to Godsent. Golden, tell me Golden wouldn't improve that team. He's definitely a better in-game leader than fucking Hampus Poser, isn't he? So, Golden might well go here. But just imagine it, though. Imagine the horror. He's... I just won IEM Katowice, lads, and now I'm playing with... Brolin? Nah. Golden would fucking just do better to just, wait. Do not go here. You will, just lower your stock, 100%. Because this org's going to get sold and this team will get broke apart anyway. So fuck that. But, probably coming soon to a horrible day near you, Golden to join Godsent. And it's going to break my heart, man. No one deserves Godsent. None of those players on the roster deserve to be playing for Godsent. That's how fucked up it is. It's just some weird thing. It's you go through, Godsent, and you go to the office, and instead of it being a metal detector, it just sucks all the skills and mojo out your body, and that's that. It's no wonder fucking Na'Vi got so fucking triggered ahead of WESG after losing to these in that fucking Face It tournament. It would, this is what I meant. This is literally what I meant when I said the worst thing that could have happened to Na'Vi was getting that deep run at that fucking Starladder tournament, and then, losing closely in the finals. It would have been way worse if they won it, but still. Because now they think that team doesn't have problems. And, dog, that team got fucking mega problems. And it's always liable to lose to fucking teams like this. So no wonder Flamey and Simple were like, get me out! Get me out! should Golden go to NA? All right, well, so I'll say this right off the bat. I don't know what the status would be, because I don't know Golden's, whether he's got dual Swedish-Turkish nationality, Turkish nationality, and he's cleared to work in Sweden, or whether he's just Swedish and the Turkish thing is heritage and not a component. Because if y'all remember, Riova, he was talking about how he didn't want to leave the country because there's, you know, the Trump administration's mental and everything else. So, so I mean, that's something like to think about these days. Unfortunately, like NA has definitely clamped down on documentation and stuff. By the way, thanks for the sub Trid, really appreciate it, and you too, Mr. Rubik. So could Golden go to NA? Yeah, fuck yeah. He'd have to work with NA players. Good luck with that, by the way. Good luck getting those guys to fall in line. They're not like Europeans. I say what you will about this mutiny, and fucking Golden's like, oh, God, there's a twinge in my back, and he turns around and it's just got fucking like 4 knives in his back, and Flusher's there like, I was just lifting my knife. Right? Like, obviously that's bad, but at least when those motherfuckers were being led by him in the team, they listened, they dropped their egos and said, listen, we know you're a new guy. We know that you don't have the same level of experience as us. But we'll listen to you, right? And they said that, right? So you find me 5 American pros that have the ego, the lack of ego, that they'll just defer to a relatively unproven in-game leader. Didn't happen. Never would happen. So fuck that.